Instagram. Excuse my hair going in my face again. It's quite a windy day, so it's going to happen a while, but I'm just going to leave it and keep talking, okay? And look, I'm wearing a new top. Okay. Well, the first thing I want to talk about, I've got a little piece of paper here. I've actually planned it. I'm not going to show you because it's quite ugly. And, like, the corners are all ripped and, yeah, no, my OCD won't let me show you because even though you saw a tiny bit in the corner, it's not going to happen. Anyway, I'll get off that topic. Okay, so first I'm going to start off with something that I can't remember, I don't know what her name is. I think it's Imma underscore or something like that. I can't exactly remember, but I used to know an old account. Anyway, more my story, I've kind of already talked about that a little bit, but basically it was just, I know a lot of people probably could relate to what my story is. It was basically, I was a wild kid growing up. I was always the chubby one compared to the skinny little tiny Australian girls. Excuse if you're Australian, but most Australian people, when they're younger, they're like twigs, and then when they grow up and hit puberty, that's when they develop curves and start to become a woman. But us wogs, we get tits aged like 5. Not even kidding. Okay, this is a really bad idea in this weather. Doesn't matter. So yeah, well basically that's what happened. That's like, I grew up and I was like that, and I was always the chubbier one. And I guess when I was older, I figured, hey, like, you can do something about this, stop complaining and change it. So that's a wog kid. Basically, I decided to do something about it, and finally I found something that kind of worked, and people noticed, and people were saying, oh yeah, you're looking skinnier, like, you're looking a lot better, like, you're looking so good, like, keep up the good work, blah blah blah. Little did I know I was getting taken over by my eating disorder and all of that. And then yeah, just kept going from there, I guess. Just kept going until I ended up in a hospital. But yeah, well, like, it kind of was about control as well in the end. Like, it was like, oh shit, like, I finally got control of something in my life, and then now it's going to get taken away from me. And that's when I kind of started to like freak out when I was getting told I was going to get put in hospital. So I don't really know my story though. Like, I remember when I was younger, I used to like binge eat, like, actual properly. Like, I'd feel like I was dying at the end of it, and I'd eat stuff I was allergic to. My life was just always around food. Like, it was never really normal. Because first it was like I'd eat everything, and then it was like I had allergies, and then people called me a garbage disposal because I ate so much. Even my parents, but they didn't think anything of it, because you don't like think about that stuff that you say to your kids, because you don't think anything of it. You're just like, oh yeah, like, she's eating so much, all of that, where is it going? And I don't know, they make a big deal about it, because you don't think, oh shit, if I call my daughter like a bit chubby or whatever, I tell her she needs to lose weight, she's gonna get an eating disorder. Like, that's not what people think about, especially not when I was younger. Now it's more prominent and people are more concerned about all of it, but it wasn't as big of a deal when I was younger. Okay, well, that was a bit of a blur and a bit of a weird topic, and it didn't really answer any questions, but I don't really know how to talk about my story, because it just involved lots of hospital admissions and lots of wasted time in my life. Well, okay, I also got another thing about, because I've been asking people for ideas about videos of what to do, and I got something about I should do recipes. I always make that pumpkin salad, and I'm thinking about doing a tutorial or whatever you call them on that, but I'll have to see how I go, so that will be a whole new video. But if you have any specific recipes you've seen on my Instagram, just give me a shout out, just in the comments below. Just write down what you would exactly want me to do one about, and I'll be happy to do that. Next thing, oh yes, I want to update you all on my 24 challenges of Christmas, the hashtag thing, yeah. So I've done a few more. I've actually done unknown calories again, so that's good. And this stupid chair thing keeps moving, so it's very annoying. I'll keep my foot there. So I've done unknown calories, so I've done that again. That's done like 3 times, I'm pretty sure. A raw dessert. I had a raw dessert from Bliss, and that was really yummy. It was a chai cake, and with like a little thin blueberry layer on the top. Yeah, and that was so good. Like, but I swear, I'm not used to the oil. It just goes like straight through me. So yeah, I was in the toilet for a long time. I don't know. It's just like it goes straight through, and I'm not even sure why, but because I do eat lots of nuts and I eat lots of avocado, and who cares? Well, that's the only thing that gets my bowel working, so I'm not complaining. So that's a tick next to that one. Order what Selena wants. This wasn't really like an order what Selena wants. This was like get what Selena wants, not because I didn't like go to a restaurant and say, okay, yeah, I'll choose that because I want that, not because my eating disorder tells me to get the salad or the thing with that potato in it or whatever. It wasn't like that. It was just more like I could have not eaten for the whole day, and what I really wanted was a coconut because I was too scared to get something packaged, even though it has calories on it. I was just like, felt like I've eaten too much processed foods, even though it was only like morning snack time. But so yeah, I could have gone the whole day without eating anything, and I was like, no, you know what, like, I'm gonna get something, and so I got a young coconut, and so I had the flesh, of course, because you're not gonna get a coconut and just eat the water, like, $4 for water, nah, I don't think so. And then, it had fruit in it, it had watermelon, pineapple, 2 cherries, 5 grapes, but then, like, 2 of the grapes fell on the floor when I was walking, and I had a quarter of an orange segment, so like a quarter, like it was cut into 4, and then I had like one of the things you bite on. What else? So that was I put that under order what Selena wants, and also unknown calories again. But the first unknown calories was actually from going to the market shed with Ophelia and Rachel, and their Instagram names, in case you want to follow them, is Nourish to Flourish is Ophelia's, and she's very inspirational and very lovely girl, and she's just so perfect and like dainty, and like I love her so much. And then Rachel is a girl I went to hospital with, and hers is Rachel's Life. Hers isn't exactly like she's not recovered, but she's not still suffering, if you know what I mean. Like, yeah, obviously she's going to get the thoughts and stuff like that every now and again, but she's more free in her making her own choices with her food and her life and all of that. So, and hers is Rachel's Life, and I just love her so much. Her and Menna, and they're so cute, and like I can't wait to meet both, like, well, I met Rachel, I can't wait to meet Menna when she comes over, and they're going to be so cute together. I keep saying yes, so the next one was a fear food. I had, again with the I had a fucking pie. I had a gluten-free, vegan, vegetable pie. Yeah, okay, it might have been, I don't think it was healthy because it had lots of ingredients. I don't think things that are healthy that don't have many ingredients, but then that's bullshit because you can get so many healthy things that have like so many ingredients. I don't know, just lots of ingredients freak me out and make me feel like, oh no shit, it's unhealthy, I'm gonna get so fat from it. Because like, you know how you get like marshmallows and they've got like 10 million ingredients in it, like added this, preservative this, colours 0, 1, 2, 3, 9, all of those, yeah. Well, not that it was like that, and I keep saying So that was fear food tick. The next one was meal without fruit. Okay, the meal without fruit I had was with rediscovering myself again, like my best friend, even though I've only met her once, but when I met her, it was like, got a hair in my mouth, it was like we'd known each other forever, like I said in my previous videos about her. It was just amazing. And for that meal, I had my safe pumpkin salad that everyone loves so much. It's my signature dish, guys. I'm like a chef over here. And I also had a sugar-free soy iced coffee, which I make by myself, obviously. A naked bar, a gingerbread naked bar. I think I had 2 rice cakes as well. I'm pretty sure that was all. Yeah, that was all. So that was my lunch that had all unknown calories in it. Not unknown calories. You all probably think I'm such a weirdo. It wasn't unknown calories, it was no fruit, okay. And then, okay, there's another thing, that was all of my challenges, like, well, I haven't finished them all, but that was the only ones that I can update you on so far. But tomorrow I might be going with Sophia's journey, and we might be going to the mall and getting our nails done as like not tomorrow, Thursday, because it was rescheduled, but to do the pamper myself one, the nails, like the one that I need to tick off. I'll be reposting the list on Instagram so people can like have an update of how I'm going with all of them, if you care. I'm not sure. But after, like, there was like 4 things I wanted to say, and the 4th thing is that there's been this tag going around on Instagram, and it's called 15 10 or 15, however, whatever you got tagged in, memories of your eating disorder. Okay, when I first saw this, I thought it was like a really good idea, because I know that I not so much laugh, but I look back on some of the memories and things that I did and think how ridiculous they were. But I think it's become more of like, a few people have said, it's become more of like a pro-Anna tag. And like, I knew that when people posted this, that it would become like a thing where people with anorexia, or I have anorexia, but people that are deep into their disorder and aren't recovering would go on there to get tips, like I used to do in recovery books. I used to like read all the books about all the tips of like things that they would do, they've written about through their recovery. Even though that's not what the book was intended for, I still did it, and I know that's what people would be doing with this. However, I also think it's a good idea, because people who are in recovery and like trying to progress and stuff like that can see how ridiculous all those things were, and because they've got more logic in their mind, and they can like think, why the fuck was I doing that, and why do I ever want to go back to that? Like, that's not a life, that's not normal, and all that. But like, it's happened to one of my really close friends. It's like affected her, because she's felt like, because you know how anorexia and eating disorders are really competitive. Well, it's kind of affected her, because she feels like because she didn't do certain things that other people did, that means she wasn't sick enough and she doesn't need to get better, or she doesn't deserve to get better because she didn't meet anorexia's requirements of how sick she needed to get, all that bullshit. I just think that if you're watching this, Maddie, you're never going to be sick enough. No, not you specifically, like me. I thought I was never sick enough. All this, like, apparently almost died, like all of this. There's so much that can always happen. Like, your heart could fail, you could need a heart transplant, you could get a heart transplant, and you could be like, oh, I'm fine now, I didn't die, like, so what, I got a transplant, I'm still alive, like, I wasn't sick enough. There's people that have died from this. You're not going to be sick enough until you're dead, and even if you were dead and your anorexia could still be talking in your head, you still wouldn't be sick enough, even if you're dead. It would be like, oh, you could have lasted longer, or this or that, or it was a stupid thing to die from. That's bullshit. Ugh. You know how much this pisses me off? Like, stupid anorexia, like, it gets into our mind, it makes us feel like we're not worthy of this, we're worthy of that. Like, it happens to me a lot. Like, it's happened to me yesterday and the day before, and all like that. But I just like to, I'm better at giving advice to other people than I am to taking it to myself, as we all are. But I just want you all to know, your eating disorder will never qualify you to recover. It will never say, okay, yes, it's time to recover, you've gotten so sick, like, I think it's time I give you a break. No, it's not going to do that. It's just going to be pounding and pounding and pounding and pounding until it gets what it wants. And that's for you to listen to every single word it says and be under its influence. And basically, I think it's like being possessed. Be possessed in your anorexia. It's like having your hands tied up to strings and being like, okay, like, put your hand down your throat, vomit, whatever, like, them grabbing your hands with the strings and getting your food, putting it somewhere else. Like, it's not what the true Selena, the true Maddie, the true Jessica, I don't even know, like, I'm just saying names, what the true us would want to do. Because I know, I used to love food so much. I used to, like, food was my life. Like, I used to bake, I used to love it, I used to try it, I used to love Christmas because it was a 3-course meal. Now I'm like, I'm scared about Christmas because all the food and the social anxiety of being around my family and them judging me and seeing how fat I've gotten or blah 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 blah. Any videos you think I should make or anything like that, just please write them in the comments below. Right down there, right down there, right down there. And I love you all so much, and I really hope this video helped, even though it was just me blabbering on and talking so fast. And yeah, I know my face looks really ugly today and I've got lots of pimples, but you know what? It's part of life. And if I'm going to be ugly, might as well have some pimples. So, I love you all so much, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye!